you need a balance of things in life. A lot of people go chasing after a temporary high, get the 15 minutes of fame, they become a shooting star. For me, this one is more. And for me, it's like a I'll watch a French New Wave movie. I'll watch a kaiju movie. I'll watch a bunch of thrillers in a row. I will watch adventure, whatever. Or sometimes you just need to turn your brain off and watch a Cheech and Chong movie. Up in Smoke. There's nothing straight about this movie. But here's the dope anyway. Cheech and Chong make their film debut in this notorious rock and roll comedy, bringing with them the same madness lifestyle and sketches that sold over 10 million records in the early 70s. Cheech and Chong's marijuana-laced humor keeps their spirits high and lead them to an outrageous finale at LA's Roxy Theater, where Cheech performs in a pink tutu and Chong dresses a large red quaalude. It will make you feel very funny. This is, of course, rated R in 1978. This is a movie. I'm actually doing this for a buddy of mine. I'll just go named Dave. That's all I'm going to say. There's a million Daves out there, so it could be any Dave on this planet. This movie is exactly what you get. It's a stoner movie, okay? This is one where you just This is one where you just light up a doobie, you smoke it, and you just laugh. You're just here just to laugh. You're here for the legendary lines. Strawberry's not here, man. And of course, the voices of Tommy and Richard, where it's like when they're in the van and they're saying every single thing. There's like a Maui Wowie, man, dope, man, saying man so high because they're ridiculously stoned. And of course, they say, try this, man. You know, it's like takes a little bit, then brings out a freaking easily one of the biggest marijuana joints that you could ever see, and it gets smoked. It's so dang big, and they just become absolutely baked, which is hilarious. I'm just like, I love this movie. I really enjoy this movie, and of course, hey, our heroes. What's the other main plot? Let's have them deliver a band that is entirely composed of marijuana using this very specific, intricate system. Because one, they already had it for a 1970s television, they even call it fiber weed, for crying out loud. What the heck? So, and then of course it's like, alright, so what do they have to do? It's like, of course, we already know that there's this team of our narcotics agents that are they know exactly what the van looks like. They know they got the plates and everything else. But what happens at Border Patrol? Isn't it funny how almost 50 years later the exact same thing happens? They actually smuggle this van, all whilst Tommy throws this massive joint into a station wagon full of nuns. And then the nuns their vehicle gets seized and they have to look. All I'm just thinking, oh, those poor nuns. I'm like, they didn't do anything. Somehow they managed to eat. So our bumbling heroes managed to elude the authorities for yet another time, and I'm like, how? All the while, we're just looking at them like, what? But of course, there's the deportations, as a lot of them were brought over here illegally. What the heck? So let's have our heroes come up as a repo, like the repo depot, reclaiming the furniture, saying, yeah, like they had plenty of times to have their furniture coming back here, but to pay the furniture bill, but they never did. So now we have to repossess everything. Can't make this stuff up. So I'm just like, this is freaking great. Just Cheech and Chong. It's like this movie. It was like the music here is freaking great. It's like punk rock. It's like Uriah Heep is, a little bit of progressive rock. So you got a nice mixture of everything. And I'm liking this. I mean, hell, hell, he even looks like freaking Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater a little bit. And then we've got Freddie Mercury with a bigger mustache. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. Obviously, the music is freaking great. They got the number of Going to the Rock Fight, and then just other songs in here that just work so dang well, which adds just to the overall laid-back atmosphere in times of the 1980s when punk rock was still around. You still had some psychedelic stuff going on, and Prague was in hibernation for quite a while. So this was kind of like a unexpected tribute to all three. Obviously, the highlight is at the end, when there's the rock fight of the century, the battle of the bands, pretty much, and they just perform some good numbers. Yes, it is funny as heck to see both in the Pink Tutu interesting as a massive Quaalude, which is just so dang good. I'm like, yeah, this is a movie you need to see. It is truly infinitely quotable. What else? There's also this woman who is just snorting cocaine, it's probably like vitamin B12 or whatever. She snorts the 3 dang lines, and I'm like, holy smokes, that's absolutely insane. And I guess it does touch upon Vietnam War flashbacks of one person named what was it like? I forgot what his name was. Stone or something like that. It's like deals with marijuana smuggling that become prevalent, and it was probably prevalent then, especially in the 1980s, and rise of the cocaine use amongst rich businessmen. The border crisis that's happening now, stuff like that. So, I'm sorry. I wish I could commentate more, but it's just a movie. It's just a movie that you can watch. It's a movie that you can just turn your brain off and watch. And I honestly think, in my opinion, Texas just needs to legalize marijuana. That state is there's just a lot of stuff going on. I think if everyone just smoked a joint or did an edible, just took a week off, just did that, I think a lot of stuff would be handled in that country really well, responsibly, in their own homes, not driving anything like that. Just in their own homes, smoke a doobie, have an edible, just relax. So yeah. And, obviously this movie isn't for everyone, it deals with marijuana. It's freaking right there in the title, okay? So if you don't like that, then don't watch this movie. But if you want to truly laugh, a minute, great time, you can watch, then I do recommend that you watch Up in Smoke.